Hi, I'm back. So, I did a video on Barbie just a few hours ago. I figured might as well do one on Oppenheimer. And unlike Barbie, where a lot of people feel that it was snubbed by the Academy, Oppenheimer is the complete opposite. It basically got almost every imaginable nomination. Do I think it deserves these nominations? Yeah, probably like 95% of them. Do I think it was a good movie? Absolutely. I can't take that away from Christopher Nolan. Oppenheimer is a cinematic achievement of grand proportions. Cillian Murphy was amazing as Robert Oppenheimer. Uh, Visually striking movie, the editing flawless, the score. I love the score in every one of Christopher Nolan's movies. I think it should definitely win best editing, best sound mixing, best score, and notably best actor. Cillian Murphy was phenomenal. I forgot that was Cillian Murphy on screen. But is it my type of movie? Not particularly. Like I said, great movie. But my biggest issue with Oppenheimer is that I felt that it dragged quite a bit. I didn't find it very entertaining. If anything, I felt like I was watching a character study, and it was really hard for me to root for any particular character at any given moment. The only character that I really found myself truly connected to was Jean Tatlock, and you barely see her. She's maybe in the movie like 10 minutes. I mean, Florence Pugh can make the most out of any 10 minutes in any movie, and she did. But this character dies off screen, and everybody else, they're very morally gray characters. So, in terms of the Academy Awards, Oppenheimer was nominated for Best Actor, Best Picture, Best Director, Best Supporting Actress, and Best Supporting Actor, along with a few other awards. I think it deserves Best Actor. If it wins Best Picture and Best Director, I wouldn't be upset. But do I think it deserves Best Supporting Actor and Best Supporting Actress? Absolutely not. I love Emily Blunt. I love Robert Downey Jr. This is not their best work. If Robert Downey Jr. deserved an Academy Award, it would have been for Tropic Thunder. It would have been for Chaplin. Dare I say, it would have even been for Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame. I think that his character arc in those two movies was amazing. Great work by Robert Downey Jr. And my biggest issue with Robert Downey Jr. as Louis Strauss in Oppenheimer is that I felt that I was watching Robert Downey Jr., not Louis Strauss. With Cillian Murphy, I forgot that was Cillian Murphy. I really thought I was watching Robert Oppenheimer. And the nuances to that character, the subtleties, the acting that he would do in certain parts just with his eyes. Cillian Murphy, I mean, probably the performance of the century. yeah, he said it, the best performance of the 2000s. Robert Downey Jr. was good, but he does not deserve an Academy Award. And he was in this movie probably like 15 minutes. I'm just eyeballing, the time. I don't actually know how long he was in the movie, but it wasn't very long. Emily Blunt, who's in the movie quite a bit. If you do research on Kitty Oppenheimer, she was a pivotal part of the atomic bomb. She worked alongside Robert Oppenheimer and his team throughout most of it. And the way that this movie highlights Kitty Oppenheimer, and I get it, it's being told through a male lens, notably Robert Oppenheimer. But there were a lot of parts where I didn't feel compelled by this character. I didn't connect with her, and I didn't sympathize for her, which, considering Kitty Oppenheimer's role in Robert Oppenheimer's life and his work. And considering that in this movie, she's probably the secondary main character next to Robert Oppenheimer, the fact that I didn't really sympathize for her is very telling. And it's not Emily Blunt's performance per se, it's the material she's being given, the way her character is written. There were a lot of parts where I just felt that she, I don't know how to phrase this without sounding offensive, so I'm just going to say it. She was a detached addict. And I know you always have to tread lightly when referring to addicts because it is an illness. I absolutely understand that as someone who's dealt with addicts in his life, but there was just something very selfish about the way the character is executed. There were a lot of parts where I just didn't. It was hard for me to care for her, which is really, really sad because I feel that Emily Blunt deserves better material. Probably her standout scene is towards the end of the movie with Jason Clarke's character and the interrogation scene where she just like, he thinks, and he's been really good about tearing down every single character, including Robert Oppenheimer. But when he interrogates Kitty Oppenheimer, I mean, she is just this back and forth where I finally start to see more of her and her backstory as a member of the Communist Party. And finally, I feel that she's humanized. But this movie was 3 hours long. For her to become humanized in the last 20 minutes of it, I feel that more could have been done with Emily Blunt's character. That being said, I think a lot of my biases with Oppenheimer is that it's not really my type of movie. And again, did I find it a good movie? Yes. Did I find it entertaining? Probably only 50% of the time. And that's probably the latter portion of the movie. I feel that the first act was extremely slow aside from the opening scene. And I feel that had anybody else but Cillian Murphy been cast in this movie, it wouldn't have been the degree of entertaining that it was. So, yeah, that's my take on Oppenheimer. I don't think it deserves the Best Supporting Actor and Best Supporting Actress nominations, but every other nomination, yeah, should probably win every award it's nominated for. I think Cillian Murphy is a very underrated actor who's finally getting his chance at Best Actor. I hope he wins. He deserves it. And I mean, I love Paul Giamatti. And I love every other actor that's being nominated for Best Actor. Love them. But this is Cillian Murphy's award. If he doesn't win, then I don't know what's wrong with the Academy. So yeah, that's my take on Oppenheimer. Just leave your comments in the comment section. Press the like button, subscribe, and yeah, just keep following me so I can keep doing what I love doing best. Talking about movies. Have a good night.